Hi everyone, and welcome back to Library Butterflies. My name is Heather, and I work for the Okanagan Regional Library. And today we are watching our caterpillars, and they are going through some really interesting changes. In the life cycle of an insect, these changes are called metamorphosis. But what's really interesting to know is there's different kinds of metamorphosis. I thought today we could talk about those different kinds, specifically talk about what kind of metamorphosis our caterpillars, our painted ladies, are going through. So there are three types of metamorphosis. Entomologists, who are scientists who study insects, categorize them into three different types: Ametabolous, Hemimetabolous, and Holometabolous. Let's look at the first one. Alright, so the first type of metamorphosis is called Ametabolous. A is a prefix, a start of a word, that means none. So this type of metamorphosis literally means no metamorphosis. There are three stages to this type of metamorphosis: egg, immature, and adult. The immatures look very similar, almost like a smaller version of adults. They don't go through a major change in appearance or shape. Just a quick mention that silverfish are a type of insect that go through this type of metamorphosis. They're often categorized as well as primitive insects. Alright, and on to the second type of metamorphosis. This type of metamorphosis is called Hemimetabolous. Hemi is a prefix that means part or partial. So this is like a partial metamorphosis, literally speaking. So there are three stages in this metamorphosis. There is egg, nymph, and adult. Nymph is sometimes broken into two categories of early and late. Insects that are common in this category are grasshoppers, dragonflies, cockroaches, and termites. One thing that makes insects in this category similar is that often where the nymph and the adult lives is in the same habitat, and they eat the same or similar foods. Alright, so our third and final type of metamorphosis is called a Holometabolous. This is what our painted lady caterpillars are going through right now. Different types of insects that are also in this category are butterflies, moths, flies, ants, bees, and beetles. This type of metamorphosis is a complete metamorphosis, which is that prefix holo means complete. So this is about 90% of all insects category. Here, the different stages, which are egg, larva, pupa, and adult, the insect during these times acts, behaves, and lives in completely different, unique ways to the other stages of its life. One interesting fact that I learned while trying to do this research is that the organs and the tissues also break down. They don't just look differently. The whole body and organs regenerate into something new, which is really interesting, and also why our caterpillars have that one job of eating and kind of maintaining a good energy supply to go through all of these changes while in that chrysalis. I wanted to throw in a fun question here. Can you guess when an insect during this type of metamorphosis gains its wings? You're right. It is in the adult stage, in our caterpillar stage. So after it molts, after it sheds its chrysalis, is when you will see the wings of an insect in this category. So let's talk specifically what we're seeing on the screen right now. So on our screen, we see a whole bunch of chrysalises and some caterpillars. So the caterpillars are in their larval state, and they're changing into that pupa, that chrysalis stage of metamorphosis. You can see that there are two caterpillars, maybe three, hanging from the lid right now that aren't wrapped in their chrysalis just yet. But they're hanging upside down, and they're starting to curl up into that backwards J shape. That's a really good indication that they are ready and just about to make that change into the next state of metamorphosis. Alright, well, that's our video. I hope you learned something new, and I hope to see you again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Take care for now. Bye!